I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say, man. I don't even, I'm gonna keep me laughing. Usually I would have just edited that out. I just would have edited that out, man. I don't know what to start with. I really don't know what to start with, man. The fact that my camera and me, my being, is inside the WWE Championship, giving you guys this Night of Champions 2015 official review right here on YouTube.com. I'm JD from New York. This is the number one fucking source for literally everything WWE, man. You're not going to find one fucking person who does this shit better than I do right here on YouTube.com. And I like I said, I don't know really where to really start with, man. We're in 2015. We are in September 2015, man. Before you even blink, we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and we'll be in 2016, man. Just think about that. Think about that. 2015, and we have Kane, the big red monster, the Demon Kane, closing a fucking pay-per-view. The last shot that all of us witnessed tonight was Kane closing the fucking pay-per-view, man. Are we back in the Attitude Era? Is WWE seriously running out of ideas, man? Why? Why is this man still on my television? Why? I don't know who in their right mind would be happy with this ending. Now, I'm going to start off backwards, alright? I'm going to fucking Tarantino this entire motherfucker, man. We're starting it backwards. We're going to start off with Sting and Seth Rollins, alright? Now, as the pay-per-view started, we opened up with Kevin Owens and Ryback, and my initial thought was that Seth Rollins and John Cena should have opened the show. Logically, that's the way it should have been, man. You know, you got one man in two matches tonight, both with titles on the line. He's the U.S. champion and the WWE champion. He's got to defend both titles. Logically, it would have made sense for him to come out to start the show, defend the U.S. title against John Cena, rest up, and then go against Sting in the main event. WWE obviously had other plans, man. They had another agenda, you know, and as the pay-per-view went on, as we got through the Intercontinental title match, as we got through the Divas match, as we got through the tag team match, and then we got through the Shield and the Wyatts, I'm like, you know what, I don't know what WWE is doing, but it looks like Sheamus is going to be factored into all of this. Why would WWE have Seth Rollins go out back-to-back to defend the U.S. title and the WWE title if Sheamus was not going to get involved? So immediately there was a red flag there that we could possibly see a cash-in for the Money in the Bank. That was a red flag, all right? Very, very unpredictable, but WWE, I don't know what they had planned, but they did it anyway, all right? They did it anyway. Illogically, yes, but it looks like they had other plans up their sleeve. But Seth Rollins, John Cena, and then Seth Rollins and Sting, okay? If there was one man in the WWE that could go back-to-back, it's Seth Rollins. And after both matches that he had tonight with John Cena and Sting, the man looked unfazed after everything, man. It just goes to show you the conditioning. It goes to show you how great of an athlete Seth Rollins is. It goes to show you that Seth Rollins is not only the future of the business, he's the future of the WWE, and he really, really is amazing at everything he does, man. He is without question the brightest piece in the future of the WWE. He looked completely unfazed. He gave us one hell of a fantastic match with John Cena. This match was probably on par with what they did at SummerSlam, man. It's going to be very, very tough to top what they did at SummerSlam. That was a damn good fucking match, man. That was a 4.5 star match at SummerSlam. You know, obviously, what we seen tonight was similar in what they did in ring work with SummerSlam, but still, you know, John Cena, I don't give a flying fuck what anyone says about John Cena, man. John Cena tonight and through most of 2015 has been wrestling damn good matches, man. And tonight, he wrestled a clean, botch-free match with Seth Rollins, the WWE champion, and he took him to the limit. He took him to the limit, man. And the one thing with John Cena and Seth Rollins is that these two get along in the ring. They just gel and mesh so well to the point where they should be doing this on a fucking nightly, weekly, monthly basis, man. They can go out there anytime you call upon them, as proven with SummerSlam and then tonight, to go out there and deliver a damn good fucking match. John Cena is impressive. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, man. John Cena tonight, again, continues to impress. He continues to just put all the doubters and the haters to fucking just say, you know what, shut up, bro. Seriously, just shut up. John Cena needed to win the United States Championship back. The title itself did no good around Seth Rollins' waist. It did no good. I don't know what WWE's logic was giving Seth Rollins the United States Championship, but tonight, the right man won. The United States Championship is now back around the waist of John Cena. We can now begin to get the United States Championship featured every week in title defenses on Monday Night Raw. We can get engaging storylines with the United States title, and we can pick up where WWE left off when they first gave the title to Seth Rollins. Now it's back around the waist of John Cena, and we could finally get the United States title, possibly main eventing Raw, possibly main eventing WWE pay-per-views going into the future. It is what it is, man. John Cena is the right man for that title right now. There's nobody else right now worthy of carrying around that United States Championship. Nobody will do it justice like John Cena will do. And I'm not kissing his ass. It's just the way it should be. John Cena wins tonight in a fantastic match against Seth Rollins, and he captures the United States Championship once again. From there, Seth Rollins comes out, and he pretty much was walking out of the arena with the WWE Championship after the loss to John Cena. John Cena went right back up the ramp and started saying, listen, you're the man. You're the man. Get back in that ring, man. You have to do this tonight. So Seth Rollins with the WWE Championship hugging that, not wanting to let it go, man. He's afraid of losing it back to back tonight on Night of Champions. So John Cena, what does he do? He picks Seth Rollins up over his shoulders and gives him an AA on the outside, man. I thought that was going to be it. Rolls him back in the ring, and Seth Rollins is just laying there. Before you know it, Sting comes out. Sting looks fantastic at his age, 55, 56 years old. My brother said the same thing. Sting looks in phenomenal condition right now for his age. So Sting and Seth Rollins again, man, it looks like he didn't even have a match with John Cena, man. Picking up where he left off with John Cena in the match with Sting. The conditioning that Seth Rollins must have went through to get ready for this match, to prepare for this match, must have been hellacious, man. Seth Rollins, again, proving to you why he is absolutely amazing at what he does. Seth fucking Rollins. Just like JBL says, man. Seth fucking Rollins. And that's exactly what he proved tonight at Night of Champions. Tonight, though, Sting also impressed me. Sting took some hellacious, some physical, some violent fucking shots from Seth Rollins. Power bombs into turnbuckles. He got power bombed through a fucking announce table, Spanish announce table, of course. He got power bombed through the Spanish announce table, and I know for a fact it had to be when Sting went through the announce table, one part of his body, either his shoulder, his neck, or the back of his head, smashed against one of the TV monitors that sits on top of the announce desk, man. Because when he went through the table, he bounced up, and that TV monitor was laying right behind his head, man. So I know he either had to smash that thing with the back of his head, or something, along the shoulder area, man. I know Sting was taken out of that match right after that spot. And then there was a stoppage mid-match as well with another power bomb on the turnbuckle. And I don't know if it was scripted. I don't know if Sting really needed to just take a breather because of the shots that he took previously in the match. But the referee and the physician at ringside actually stopped the match for a good 2.5 minutes to let Sting get a breather. And then all of a sudden, Sting comes out of the corner when the physician leaves and the referee restarts the match. He gets the Scorpion Deathlock on Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins quickly gets to the ropes. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, Seth Rollins is rolling Sting up for the 1, 2, 3, and he actually retains the WWE Championship. Now, I predicted this on Off the Script. I said that Seth Rollins would lose the United States Championship because it makes more sense for John Cena to have the United States Championship than Seth Rollins. It was doing no good around the waist of Seth Rollins, and that Seth Rollins would beat Sting. But I also said that I would not be surprised if Sting did win the WWE Championship. I did not like the way WWE has treated Sting thus far. They bring him in for WrestleMania and he loses to Triple H in a very, very cheesy, lame throwback of a match with the NWO and D-Generation X getting involved. That was at WrestleMania. Then Sting all of a sudden now challenging for the WWE Championship, the one title that he has never held in his entire career, comes out and starts cutting promos against Seth Rollins and starts kissing Triple H's ass, the man who beat him at WrestleMania. So Sting, to me, immediately when this feud began, was the middleman for something bigger involving Seth Rollins and Triple H, because Sting said, yes, I do want the WWE title. I will capture the WWE title because I've never had that gold around my waist in my entire career. But he mentioned more times than not, more times than the WWE title, that he was going to stop Seth Rollins from being a better man than Triple H. He's going to show why Seth Rollins is not half the man that Triple H is. I didn't like that. You're using Sting for some middle ground, to get in the middle of a Seth Rollins and Triple H feud, and I didn't like that, all right? But Sting tonight impressed me, the way he looked, the way he moved, and I even mentioned on Twitter, before the stoppage, Sting was diving off top ropes. Sting was very, very active in the ring. He was very quick. He was very agile. I even mentioned on Twitter, like I said, that if The Undertaker and Sting were to get in the ring one-on-one at WrestleMania, these guys would tear the fucking house down, man. Undertaker in great condition for his age. Sting in great condition for his age. I think these two would literally fucking set the roof on fire at WrestleMania if it did happen. So, Sting tonight, though, 0-2 under the WWE banner. I don't know what WWE is thinking with Sting. They're bringing him in. They're putting him in these matches. He's now 0-2. I know a lot of you guys on my Twitter page are very frustrated with Sting. Why did Sting come to the WWE? JD, Sting must regret coming to the WWE. Listen, Sting right now, we got to accept the fact that Sting is going to be there to put others over. Sting just wants that one match with The Undertaker. Sting was never meant to come into the WWE and be a WWE champion. Sting was never meant to come into the WWE and have a title reign and hold the title and defend the title every month. Sting is a special attraction. WWE is using Sting for Night of Champions right now because Night of Champions is a failed concept. Night of Champions, like I discussed on my Behind the Mic and like I discussed on Off the Script, is a failed concept because WWE completely lost grasp of this great idea and they never took advantage of the pay-per-view concept. Sting right now was here on this pay-per-view simply to sell to the network and to get subscriptions to the network. You're not going to sell this pay-per-view with John Cena and Seth Rollins again in the main event. WWE needed to do something. They needed to get people to order the network. They needed to get people with all eyes on Night of Champions. And what better way to do that than with a special attraction Sting match, especially Sting in a WWE Championship match. That's the only reason why he was here. So we got to just settle down and accept that fact. We just got to accept that fact. Yes, I would love more of Sting. Yes, I would love Sting to be more active in the WWE, on the main roster, on Raw. Yes, I would love Sting to have one final title reign in the WWE before a hopeful encounter with The Undertaker. But I don't think it's going to happen. Sting, we have to just face the facts, is there to get people over. He's there as a special attraction, and he's there to put asses in the seats and to sell subscriptions on the network. But regardless of that, Seth Rollins, incredibly impressive tonight. Reminded me of old school Bret the Hitman Hart, wrestling 3 times in one night at the 1993 King of the Ring. Seth Rollins, amazing at what he's been doing, man. He's absolutely a fucking beast at everything he's been doing in the WWE. He wrestled not only John Cena in a fantastic 4-star match out of 5, but he also took Sting to the limit. He brought Sting to a great match. Sting held up his own, being 56 years old, and Seth Rollins came out looking like a fucking beast at the end of it all, even though he did take a loss to John Cena, which was the logical choice there. John Cena recaptures the WWE United States Championship, and Seth Rollins retains the WWE title. But at the end of it all, Sheamus comes down to the ring, delivers a bro kick, the crowd going crazy, We all thought we were going to see a cash in at some point. Sheamus makes his presence known, and he's about to cash in, and then all of a sudden, I start laughing at this at the beginning of this fucking video. Kane comes out, and we're closing the pay-per-view with fucking Kane and his fucking fire, man. I don't believe we're in 2015, and we're getting Kane to close pay-per-views. All right? I would have been actually happy with a Sheamus cash-in and Sheamus closing the pay-per-view as the new WWE Champion instead of seeing Kane close the pay-per-view. Kane obviously there to make sense of it all. Seth Rollins put him on the shelf, injuring his knee, but Kane really went to go film a movie with Dolph Ziggler. But storyline-wise, Seth Rollins was the one to put Kane on the shelf. Kane back tonight, seeking revenge, chokeslams Seth Rollins. Sheamus was in the middle of the ring saying, give him one more. He hurt your knee. He put you out. He fucking injured your knee. One more chokeslam. What does Kane do instead of chokeslamming Seth Rollins? He chokeslams Sheamus. And there we have it. That closes the pay-per-view. No cash-in. Seth Rollins is still your WWE Champion. And Kane is back for revenge. Now, what worries me is, are we going to get Sheamus versus Kane? Are we going to get that at Hell in a Cell? Or will we get that on Monday Night Raw? Just a quick match like that? And will we get Seth Rollins versus Kane in Hell in a Cell, inside the structure, at the pay-per-view for the WWE title, man? I hope not. That the last thing I want, and the last thing anybody wants, is to see fucking Kane in a WWE Championship match. I can't believe we are in 2015, and we still have Kane in main events. We still have Kane in the WWE title picture. We have Kane going from mask to fucking corporate, mask to corporate, back to mask. I just don't believe it. I mean, it's the same old song and dance. How many times can we get excited about seeing Kane? I don't think anyone on this fucking planet right now is excited to see Kane back in the red mask, man. Everybody's fucking expression, everybody's emotion about this is the same. They give one big sigh. Are you fucking kidding me? How many times do we have to see the same thing? It's like the fucking diva shit. How many times are we going to see Brie Bella interfere in Nikki's matches dressed as her, pulling fucking tissues out of her bra? How many times are we going to see it? I don't understand it. I mean, it's just lazy fucking booking. This could have been saved for Monday Night Raw. Seriously. This could have been saved for Raw. We don't need Kane ending pay-per-views. We don't need Kane fucking demolishing anybody. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see it. And more importantly, nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. So tonight, what did we get? We got Seth Rollins retaining the WWE title. And at the end of it all, he looked beast, but then is downed by the Demon Kane. So where does this go from here? Nobody knows. But I have a feeling that we're going to see Kane and Seth Rollins inside Hell in the Cell in October on the WWE Network for the WWE title. Not really the outcome that I wanted, but that's what we got tonight on pay-per-view. Really don't understand it. I never will. And WWE continues to push Big Show and Kane and have them in main events. I don't know why. I know there's some type of loyalty there to these guys. I know these guys are fucking Hall of Famers. But give me a fucking break, man. Seriously. Seriously. I don't know. So we're going to get that. We'll find out more on Monday Night Raw. All right. Moving on, guys. Moving on. We had Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and a mystery partner versus Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Braun Strowman. The mystery partner ended up being Y2J, Chris Jericho. There was only a handful of names that it could have been. I did not want it to be Kane. It shouldn't have been Kane because Kane wouldn't have made any sense. But the word monster was thrown around by Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw, and I immediately thought, if this shit is Kane, I'm going to down an entire bottle of Advil PM and just fucking knock the fuck out, man, because I'd rather be fucking unconscious than watch Kane be the fucking mystery man or the third man for the fucking Shield. Didn't make any sense. Thank God it wasn't. The only other choices that we had were Baron Corbin, and that ended up being a false rumor. That was a photoshopped picture on WWEshop.com of Baron Corbin, or WWE.com rather, of Baron Corbin with the Shield and the Wyatt family in that match promo. Okay, that was only a rumor, and that ended up being false. There was Y2J's name thrown around. There was The Rock's name thrown around, but The Rock really is not going to make a fucking appearance on a C-level pay-per-view that could be fucking confused with a standard edition of Monday Night Raw. Daniel Bryan was another name. But I don't think Daniel Bryan coming back should have been wasted on something like this. I think Daniel Bryan deserves something a little bit more important than coming back and teaming with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose in a feud with the Wyatt family that really nobody's going to remember fucking 3 weeks from now. So there was also the name of, who else was there? Samoa Joe. I honestly, with all intents and purposes, I really think it should have been Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe would have been perfect. He fits that monster, that monster wording that Roman Reigns used. He's got the Samoan background. He's got the same heritage as Roman Reigns. I think it would have been great to see Samoa Joe. He would have fit in perfectly with the Shield there to go against Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Braun Strowman. Y2J is a great choice. But I just don't see Y2J standing up to Braun Strowman. I don't see how Y2J fits that monster moniker that Roman Reigns described on Monday Night Raw. How is Y2J going to be that monster to stand up to Braun Strowman? Braun Strowman's a fucking beast. Y2J came back simply to put Braun Strowman over. Y2J knows what's best for business. And you guys are asking me, Jerry, why did Y2J come back? Why did Y2J come back only to job to Braun Strowman? I'll tell you guys why. Because Y2J knows what's best for business. He's going to put the young talent over. WWE is continuing to build the Wyatt family up as a dominating force. You don't want anyone to pretty much stop their momentum. Okay? Where this feud goes from here, I don't know. But Y2J, at the end of the night, at the end of this all, tapped to Braun Strowman's finishing move, that chokehold that he does. And he's got to get rid of that shit, man. That move is completely fucking awful. It doesn't look painful whatsoever. It doesn't look intimidating. He needs one big powerhouse move to be like, holy shit, this guy pulled off this move. You ain't kicking out of that at all. That submission move is completely the opposite of that. That submission move that he does has got to go, man. It's not intimidating. It's not going to fucking scare anybody away. WWE tries to hype it up and tries to fucking instill fear in the people watching. Oh my God, Braun Strowman's got this devastating submission move on. Not working like that, man. You're not going to convince me of that. But Y2J ended up tapping out to that tonight. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns at the end of it were obviously disgusted with Y2J tapping out. Or he didn't tap, but he passed out, I should say. So at the end of it all, Y2J laying on the mat, slowly getting up. Reigns and Ambrose looking at each other, and they're looking over at Jericho. Jericho gets up on his own 2 feet and walks in between Reigns and Ambrose and just shoves them out of the way. People like, what the fuck's going on? Is Y2J turning heel? Is Y2J going to be back on television regularly to do something with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose? Is he going to continue this with the Shield? I don't know, man. I don't know. It looked like Y2J might be sticking around for a couple of weeks to continue this feud. But in the end of it all, the Shield, again, loses to the Wyatt family. Wyatt family looks strong. If you've seen one match between all of these guys, you've seen it every single time, man. It's the same shit. It was very hard-hitting. It was very exciting. Nothing special. It was really nothing special at all, but the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Braun Strowman get the win. Y2J passes out to Braun Strowman's finishing move, that submission chokehold, and Y2J, again, just shoves Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose out of the way like, listen, guys, you fucking lost. There's nothing we could do. I don't fucking care. He shoved them out of the way, walks up the ramp, and is met with a series of boos. So I don't know what's going on with Y2J. I guess hopefully we'll find out during Monday Night Raw tomorrow on the USA Network. We got a New Day versus the Dudleys for the Tag Team Championship. This was a decent match, man. But the one thing about this match was that it ended too abruptly. The match just started to get into that second gear, into that third gear, started to pick up momentum, and then all of a sudden it was ended with a disqualification finish, as always, on a WWE pay-per-view. I know one of you guys actually tweeted to me there should be no championship matches on a pay-per-view that ends in a DQ finish. Well, this is the WWE we're talking about, folks. We're not talking about fucking boxing or UFC or an actual fight. WWE has to continue this storyline going into the next couple of months for WWE pay-per-view. So the New Day and the Dudley Boys gave us a very, very entertaining match. I'm going to say it again like I do every time we see the New Day in a high-profile match on pay-per-view. They are the most entertaining threesome right now on the WWE roster. Big E's coming into his own. He feels completely comfortable, and you can see that. He's fucking comfortable in his own skin. He's moving around. He seems to be enjoying themselves. And the one thing that, we seen with the New Day when they first debuted, everybody was writing them off. Everybody was like, this is going to fail. Nobody's going to fucking catch on with these guys. This is just a failed gimmick. These guys will be off TV in fucking 3 weeks. Now look at them. They're the tag team champions. They're the most entertaining threesome on the WWE roster. They're fucking having fun, and you can see that. And I fucking love their entrance, man. Give it up for the two-time tag team champions. Feel the power. Big E, man. He's got a great voice in that preacher style speak that he does. He's doing great. Kofi's having a blast. Xavier Woods got to tone it down a little bit, man. He's got to tone it down. Like I said on Off the Script, he's too boisterous. He's too loud. He's got the fucking trumpet. You hear him outside fucking screaming and hollering during the match. When one wants to concentrate on the in-ring action, you got Xavier Woods acting like a clown. I'm not saying he shouldn't be doing that, but he's got to tone it down a couple of notches, man. The most important thing in this match is what's going on in the ring because it's being, fought over for the tag team championships. Xavier Woods is taking all those eyes off the match, and it's going on him because he's being so loud. So you got to tone it down just a little bit. But the New Day, I'm not too upset with this ending because the Dudley Boys weren't going to win this match anyway. It would have been a complete mistake for the Dudley Boys to win this match. The Dudley Boys are faces. You guys have to understand the Dudley Boys are faces, all right? The New Day right now, yes, they're being cheered. Yes, they're being admired. But going into this match, they are the heels. They are playing the bad guys. The Dudley Boys right now being the faces and being the challengers, chasing the championships, that's going to make for more compelling television. How are the Dudley Boys going to pretty much get one over on the tag team championships? How are the Dudley Boys going to overcome the threesome that is the New Day? How are they going to get that tag team championships back around their waist from the New Day? So the chase is the most important, man. The chase is going to give us intriguing television. The chase is going to invest us in this program for the tag team championships. If the Dudley Boys came out and were given this match and they won the tag team championships, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. The New Day just captured them a couple of months back. So it would be a mistake to take them off because they are the hottest team in WWE right now. So you don't want to take the belts off of them. The Dudley Boys chasing the championships is what's going to make money. The Dudley Boys are eventually going to regain the tag team championships again, and it's going to be great. Man, when it finally does happen after the chase, after we see the Dudleys and, the New Day constantly going at it, and when that finally happens, when the Dudleys capture the tag team championships, it's all going to be worth it. The chase is going to be worth it in the end, and then who knows where they go from here. WWE really has a solid tag team division. I just hope that they see that, and we get some great feuds going on into the future, into early 2016, because the tag team, I feel like there's a tag team revolution going on in WWE right now. Forget about the Divas revolution. WWE's got some great fucking tag teams, and I think they could really, really give us tag team wrestling once again and bring that back into the spotlight for WWE, man. So Dudleys, they win the match by disqualification. Xavier Woods with a blatant disqualification. And then at the end of the match, Xavier Woods goes through a table. It looked like Bubba Ray Dudley actually injured himself during the match. I don't know if it was during the spot where Big E was on the apron and Bubba Ray Dudley was hanging off the ring apron. Did a big splash right on his chest and his face. He might have got hurt from that. That might have knocked the wind out of him a little bit. But regardless of that, he looked to be okay after the match. He looked to be a little dazed, but he looked to be okay. And then they put Xavier Woods through the table before that. So the New Day retains the tag team championships against the Dudleys on a blatant disqualification by Xavier Woods. This feud will continue going on into Hell in a Cell. We had Nikki Bella versus Charlotte for the Divas Championship. If Nikki loses by countout or disqualification, she loses her Divas Championship. Now, the one thing that was embarrassing during this match is that the video package highlighted Nikki Bella as a longest reigning Divas champion, and they put her in the same category as a Lita and as a Trish Stratus and as a Wendy Richter and a fucking Fabulous Moolah. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break, man. That is absolutely embarrassing. Those women actually fought and defended the belt that they achieved. Seriously. Nikki Bella has defended the title more times this week than she did all year. Twice. And on top of that, how many times did she defend the title before this? 5 times is what I'm hearing from you guys? Give me a fucking break, man. Nikki Bella is in no way anywhere near any of those women. But this match, I put it down. Before the show happened. This match was a damn good match. All right, they told a great story in the ring. I think they were taking some pointers from the people that book and script NXT matches. Nikki Bella was working on one portion of Charlotte's body. All right, one portion of Charlotte's body was the focus of this match. It was her legs. Okay, so Nikki was working on her legs and her knee the entire match. It told a great story, and by the end of it all, Charlotte overcame everything and eventually won via submission for the Divas Championship, man. She got her in her modified figure 4, or the figure 8 she calls it. Charlotte wins the title. Charlotte breaks the streak of Nikki Bella holding the Divas Championship, and there was a very, very emotional moment, and I started to tear up just a little bit, I'm going to be honest with you, when Ric Flair was in the ring. Charlotte won the title. Ric Flair comes down and is embracing his daughter, and he's crying in the middle of the ring for his daughter, who just won her first major championship in WWE. It's kind of hard to not get emotional when you see a legend like Ric Flair back in the WWE in the middle of the ring, crying over the fact that his daughter Charlotte won her first major Divas Championship. Now, some of you guys actually said that Paige looked a little bit jealous after the match. I don't know, man. I sense a Paige heel turn coming, and I sense that these women factions are going to be dispersing very, very soon, because I think that's the right way to build a Divas division. But if I was booking this match, all right, and one portion of my booking came true tonight, Charlotte won the Divas Championship, just like I knew she would have. I knew that Nikki was going to break the record. You know, that was a given. They didn't want AJ Lee to hold the record because of association with CM Punk. That's just my logical guess. So Nikki Bella has AJ's record. She's the longest reigning champion. So they let her have that, and then they dropped the title to Charlotte at Night of Champions. But what I would do differently for this, okay? What I would do differently for this, I would break up PCB tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. I would break PCB up on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I would have Charlotte come out and take the Divas Championship and toss it in the trash like Medusa did on Monday Nitro, okay, with Eric Bischoff. I would have them just get rid of that belt. She introduces the Women's Championship, because now Nikki Bella, the ultimate diva, is no longer on top of the mountain for the Divas division, man. This is no longer a Divas division, man. This is a women's revolution now in the WWE. This is a women's revolution, and I'm bringing back the Women's Championship, man. Resurrect that title, have Charlotte reinstate that title, and then during the ceremony, have Paige attack Charlotte, have Paige turn heel, break up PCB. There you go. That would make for some intriguing television. That would be a holy shit moment. That would get people's eyes to be like, what the fuck just happened? Holy shit. Paige and Charlotte battling over the Women's Championship. Paige jealous. Paige should have been there beating Nikki. But no, Charlotte was the one. Now Charlotte is the Women's Champion. Paige can't handle the fact that she's not number one in PCB anymore. So she attacks Charlotte and attacks the Women's Champion, and they feud over the belt, man. That's the way I would book it. That's the way I would book it, but again, who the fuck am I? I say it all the time. I'm just some goon on YouTube.com talking about WWE. But regardless of that, great match between Nikki and Charlotte. They gave them a decent amount of time. It was 15 plus minutes in this match. Charlotte wins the Divas Championship. She is now a first-time Divas Champion in the WWE, man. So hopefully we get some real women's wrestling now with Charlotte being the champion. We can get those matches that we all dreamed about. Charlotte versus Sasha on the main roster for Monday Night Raw. We can get hopefully a breakup of these factions, and we can actually have a real revolution. The real revolution will not begin until the factions are broken up. Seriously. They need to all go their separate ways. They all need to be individual women. They all need to go after the one thing that is most important to everybody in wrestling. The championship in your division, okay? You can't have friends. You can't have allies going after the same thing, man. There's going to be something that's going to tear each other apart, okay? You can be friends, great, but don't let that distract you from the most important thing, and that's winning and being a champion. So these factions and these teams got to go, man. Until that happens, there will not be a real Divas or women's revolution. Charlotte wins the Divas Championship tonight by submitting Nikki Bella, man. Decent match, and it was a damn good match tonight between both women. And finally, guys, Ryback versus Kevin Owens started the pay-per-view off for the Intercontinental Championship. Decent match, nothing special, something that's going to be forgotten about in a couple of weeks. I said all along that Kevin Owens needs to win this match simply because I don't see Ryback embodying a Intercontinental Champion. I don't see him as a champion that I could believe in, man. Back in the day when we talked about the Intercontinental title, we talked about guys like Mr. Perfect, Bret the Hitman Hart, Ravishing Rick Rude, the Texas Tornado, the Ultimate Warrior, Razor Ramon, Goldust, Shawn Michaels, you name it, man. Stone Cold Steve Austin, you name it, okay? These guys held the Intercontinental Championship, okay? These guys embodied what it is to be an Intercontinental Champion. Owen Hart, The Rock, All right, I know you guys are saying, JD, what about Owen Hart? JD, what about The Rock? Triple H? Yes. I didn't forget them, okay? I'm just giving you guys some examples. But those guys embodied what it means to be an Intercontinental Champion. Ryback, ever since capturing that title, never gave me that one glimpse of everything those guys of the past had. Nothing. You know, you don't think about those guys when you think of Ryback and you see Ryback. Yeah, Ryback has worked his ass off. Ryback may be a decent guy, but he's not Intercontinental Champion material, man. He doesn't embody the essence of what it is to be an Intercontinental Champion. Now, Kevin Owens is that guy. Kevin Owens can wrestle. Kevin Owens can tell a great story in the ring. Kevin Owens has the right attitude. Kevin Owens is a dick-like heel who will use heel tactics to get over. And there's one thing in the WWE that is a constant, man. Everybody loves the heels because the heels are cool. It's cool to be a heel. Kevin Owens is cool. But the heels don't win matches by cheating. The heels don't win matches by disobeying the law. Kevin Owens did a dirty deed tonight. He pulled out one of the oldest tricks in the books, one of the oldest heel tactics in the books. Eye raking his opponent while the referees had his back turned. Simple. And that one eye rake led to a roll-up from behind out of the shell shock, and it pretty much led to a 1-2-3. And it led to Kevin Owens winning the Intercontinental Championship. That was the one thing that I took away from this match. Kevin Owens, no matter how great he has been, he did one thing that every other heel in the WWE has not done, and that's break the law. Abuse the system. Get behind the referee's back and cheat to win with an illegal maneuver. Eye raking is illegal. It's not allowed in the WWE. It's not allowed in the match. If you do it, you get disqualified. Kevin Owens used the simplest yet sleaziest way to win this match, and he just solidified himself as still the best heel in the WWE right now. Kevin Owens wins the Intercontinental Championship in a decent match to open Night of Champions. Now, where does this go from here? I hope Ryback does not get a rematch. You know, knowing WWE with their fucking bullshit, non-existent rematch clauses, we'll probably get something like this, on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or leading into Hell in a Cell. But what I am really looking forward to, and I know one of you guys mentioned it to me, and I completely forgot about him. Shame on me. But I've been thinking, I've been saying Daniel Bryan should come back. Imagine the battles that we have with Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan. Sami Zayn is due back in October. Sami Zayn has been put on the shelf by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has moved on to bigger and better things from NXT and now is the Intercontinental Champion on WWE main roster. Sami Zayn did not forget who put him out. Sami Zayn is going to want to come back and get revenge on the one man that put him out for half a year of in-ring competition. Sami Zayn will be on the main roster, and Sami Zayn's first opponent, I don't give a fuck who it is, when he comes back, needs to be Kevin Owens. It needs to be Kevin Owens. It needs to be fought over the Intercontinental Championship. And can you imagine the fucking feud we will get with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens on the main roster? They'll be tearing down fucking roofs. They'll be setting shit ablaze. They'll be fucking leaving people wanting more each and every night, man. Zayn and Owens for the IC title, man. Zayn is due back in October. So Kevin Owens winning this match was a fucking blessing. Why? Because now you and me and everybody who's a fan of the WWE no longer has to see Ryback fucking struggle and not tell a story for the Intercontinental Championship. But now the title is in the hands and around the shoulder of one man who can do that, and he's going to give us great 5-star fucking matches that we're going to be remembering for months. That we're going to be talking about when we go into school tomorrow, when we go into work tomorrow. When you watch off the script, you'll still be asking me, JD, what did you think about that Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens match? It's coming, folks. And if WWE is smart and they use fucking common sense here and logic, with Zayn coming back, Zayn needs to be on the main roster. Zayn's first match needs to be Kevin Owens, and that story needs to be continued down from NXT, man. Why? Because it needs to happen. It's logic, it's common sense, and the fans need to see it. I don't give a fuck what it is, man. I don't give a shit what you do. It needs to happen, and the Intercontinental Championship will look so much better when it's all said and done. That is your Night of Champions review. The pay-per-view was good, but and Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. Oh shit, I forgot one match. You know what I was doing during this match? I was doing dishes, I was vacuuming, and I was fucking making myself something to eat. There you go. Nobody fucking cared. The match was decent. I took a glance here and there, but I was doing dishes and fucking vacuuming while the match was on. Showed you how much I cared about Rusev and Dolph Ziggler. Hopefully this is fucking it for both of them. I don't want to see this again, and I just don't care. Nobody cared. You don't care. I don't care. Nobody fucking cares. Neville and the Lucha Dragons on the kickoff show, they lost to Stardust and the Ascension. I didn't watch it. I didn't care for it. I was doing the raid with the guys on Destiny, so I just caught the pay-per-view just in the nick of time as it went live on the WWE Network. But that is your Night of Champions review, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. This is JD. Please pay attention to my sponsors, man, and show them some love. WrestleCrate.com, the ultimate subscription service for any wrestling fan, delivered right to your front door, man. I'm going to be doing an unboxing very, very soon. It should be delivered this week, hopefully. I'll be doing an unboxing with those guys, Ed Allen and WrestleCrate and the entire family of WrestleCrate, man. They're doing a fucking fabulous job. Absolutely great product, and I can't wait to unveil more unboxings for you guys. That's WrestleCrate.com, and they also have a Twitter page at WrestleCrates. My boys over at Chairshot Reality, Justin the Bar, Josh Eisenberg, and Brian Ghoulish. Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. And as always, guys, buy a fucking t-shirt, will you? ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off the Script. Or if you don't want to buy a shirt, you can donate to the show right down in the description, man. Donations are always welcome. And if you missed Off the Script this weekend, man, parts 1, 2, and 3 will be in the description of this very video. I'll be back with more Off the Script, number 84, for you guys on Friday. Maybe I'll do a Monday Night Raw review. Who knows? Depends on how good the show is. Or if I get enough audience for it, I might do it. But thank you guys for watching. This is JD. This is the #1 source for everything WWE right here on YouTube.com. If you didn't hit that subscribe button, hit that fucking subscribe button. And follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. And yes, goons. Yes, goons. I did not forget the probably biggest announcement we've heard all night. Even bigger than the pay-per-view. And one that I'm fucking grateful for and happy for. And I can't wait for. And I'm glad it's not happening at WrestleMania 32. The Undertaker will challenge Brock Lesnar at Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell, for October's pay-per-view, man. The final battle. It's being billed as the final battle. And yes, we will discuss that on Off the Script. Thank God it's not happening at WrestleMania, because I want bigger and better things for the Taker at WrestleMania. This is JD. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that fucking thumbs up. Let's get this video to 1,000 fucking likes, bro. I appreciate all your support. After the end of this, we'll have over 32,000 fucking subscribers, man. Thank you guys so much for your continued love and support. And I'll be back very soon with more WWE content. This is JD, and I'll see you guys soon.